everyone, and welcome back to Rocky Ridge Auto on this beautiful day. Today we'll be talking about this 2021 Honda Pilot EXL in, of course, black. This Pilot is loaded with features including leather seating as well as a sunroof, third row seating, of course. Great family vehicle, so let's go ahead and check it out. First up, walking up to the door, you do have keyless entry, so you can go ahead and enter and exit the vehicle without using your key. You gotta press this and enter your vehicle. Of course, the car's already started, so we can go ahead and just hop right in. If we go ahead and hop in and take a look up on the dash, you can see that this Honda Pilot has 35,000 miles. We go ahead and take a look over here. You have your center screen and stereo controls. So for your center screen, here is your home menu. You can go ahead and access all of your apps. Of course, you can go ahead and connect a phone through Bluetooth. You can go ahead and connect the phone that way. Let's go ahead and go back on home and access our stations, our radio. You can of course have your FM and AM radio, as well as Sirius XM, as well as of course you can connect a phone and you have access to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As well as, of course, you can always go ahead and have your own stations, so you can go ahead and use that. But overall, that's the gist for the radio stations. Of course, you have your settings, so you can go ahead and access things to adjust, like your notifications, display, camera, anything about the vehicle that you would need to know, your maintenance, things like that. Let's go ahead and go back on home. Of course, you have your messages, and over here you have your updates, your Honda music, as well as your clock, and of course you can go ahead and attach a Honda link, which is a profile with your vehicle through an app. Pretty much it for the center screen. One last thing is that you can go ahead and go into reverse and have your backup camera. You have actually 3 different views. You of course have your regular view, and then a more outward view, and then a hitch / like parking line view, so you can go ahead and see that adjusted to your liking. Let's go back to that view, and you also can go ahead and have your sensors for your sonar on and off, so those alerts warning you that people are near, so you don't hit them. And then of course we can go ahead and put that back into park. Let's go ahead and check out the sunroof right here. It's a nice beautiful day. You can have it open, or as well as you can have it closed and put that AC on, as well as you can go ahead and have it vented, have this open or closed, and of course you can go ahead and have it closed all the way. Let's go ahead and continue on to the vehicle down here. Let's go ahead and check out the hazard lights here. Nice and easy to use. You have your adjustable vents, of course, and then down here is your climate controls, so you can go ahead and adjust that to your liking. AC on and off, ventilation, airflow, mode, and of course you have the rear settings, because the rear actually has its own climate controls, so we can go ahead and check that out in a minute. But overall, here's your on and off, front, rear, mirrors, heated. But there's one last thing with the climate controls, is your heated seats. So you have driver and passenger heated seats that are 3-tiered, nice and easy to use. Right here is your key, so you can go ahead and use that. Right here is your engine start stop button, so you can go ahead and have that. This is also for your keyless entry, so you got to keep this in your purse or pocket to be able to get into your vehicle. You of course have a remote start and trunk release on the key fob as well, and your simple lock and unlock. We can go ahead and set that in this little cubby area that you have, as well as you can keep it in a purse or pocket. Right down here you have some charging ports, so you can go ahead and charge up your devices right there, have it closed for when you're not using it. Right here is some storage that you have. Moving on, you have some cup holders, as well as here is your gear shift. It is buttons, so of course you have your reverse with your backup camera that pops up, and you also have it that your mirrors on the side go ahead and go to your backup view when in reverse, so you can go ahead and see the lines better. And then you also have, of course, your neutral and drive, so you can go ahead and use that when driving. And then of course you have your modes, so you can go ahead and adjust that for normal, snow, mud, and of course sand. Let's go ahead and put that back into normal since we have a normal terrain. And of course you have your auto on and off stop for that idle seating gas. And of course here you have your center console. You can go ahead and open that up. You have a few more charging ports down here, so you can go ahead and charge up your devices there as well. Close that when you're not using it. And overall, a massive amount of storage space here. You can go ahead and close that when you're not using it. For the passenger and driver, you have adjustable armrests, so you can go ahead and put those up and down, lock into place to whichever adjustment that you like. Let's go ahead and take a look at the steering wheel. Over here on this side, behind the wheel, you have your plus, and then on this side you have your minus, which is for your sports mode. So you can go ahead and put it into drive, and then hit it again, and it will go into sports mode. So you have that auto manual mode. Let's go ahead and put it back into park. But for the front of the steering wheel on this side, you have your pre-collision alerts, so you can go ahead and adjust how far or how close you are for those alerts, as well as your cruise control settings. You can go ahead and have steering assist as well, and your main menu. Over here you have your stereo controls and home area. So of course you have your volume, so you can go ahead and adjust that up on the instrumental panel actually. And then you also have your instrumental panel settings. So you can go ahead and adjust your phone, now playing, maintenance, settings, units, anything that you would need to know, as well as Apple CarPlay. You can go ahead and access that through the settings in your instrumental panel. Of course you have your back arrow, and then down here you have your hands-free calling and voice commands with Bluetooth audio, of course. Taking a look behind the wheel here, you have your exterior lighting settings, so you can go ahead and turn those on, as well as your high beams and your turn signals. Over here you of course have your windshield wiper settings, so you can go ahead and adjust that, as well as your rear wiper. Turn that on when you need it. Over here you have your mirror settings, so you can go ahead and adjust that to your own view when driving. And you have your econ mode, so you can go ahead and turn that on and off to save a little bit of gas. Let's go ahead and take a look underneath that. You have your pre-collision alerts, so you can go ahead and actually turn those on and off if you would like those, as well as your lane keep, as well as you have your traction control, of course. Into the door panel, you have your window controls, of course. You actually have a one press button for the passenger and driver window, so you can go ahead and press it once and it will go ahead and go up or down. And then of course you have your lock and unlock, child lock, and of course you have memory seats, so you go ahead and use that when there's multiple drivers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of this Honda Pilot. You have black leather seating. Of course, like I mentioned, they are heated, nice and convenient to use. Down here you have your automatic seat, so you can go ahead and adjust those to your liking. And like I said, you have memory seats, so you can go ahead and set that up for 2 different drivers. But overall, you have some storage down here. You have your trunk release and gas release, nice and easy to use. But I think that's the gist for up here, so let's go ahead and check out the back row. The door panel here, you have a little cubby, as well as your window control and cup holders. A nice and neat feature that Honda has incorporated into their Pilots is a privacy screen. So you can go ahead and actually have a privacy screen for the back seat to have the sun not as harsh if you have kids back here or family members and the sun's shining in this window. You can go ahead and put that up, as well as of course it is, like it says, a privacy screen. And of course you can go ahead and put that nice and down, nice sleek look. let's go ahead and hop inside to the second row here. You have your climate controls, like I mentioned. So you can go ahead and actually control them from up front as well as back here. So you can go ahead and adjust that to your liking. Go ahead. Also, of course, have your adjustable vents. You can go ahead and use those. You have some charging ports down here to go ahead and charge up. Nice and convenient here. But aside from that, you have some pockets on the back of the seats for some storage, as well as you can go ahead and even put down the middle seat here that has some cup holders, as well as it is a comfy armrest. Nice and convenient to use. You don't realize how much of a convenience it is until you don't have it, so it's a good thing this Honda Pilot has it. You can go ahead and put that back up, and you can actually have access to the third row nice and easy by one press of a button. Go ahead and press that. It'll go ahead and move forward for you. There you go, you have access to the third row. You actually can go ahead and sit 3 people back here. You have some cup holders on either side, nice amount of legroom, and of course you can go ahead and move the second row up and back depending on the legroom. So let's go ahead and put this back, nice and easy, click 1, 2. Overall, nice amount of space and roomy cabin. Let's go ahead and check out the storage in the back. So in the back here, you can go ahead and press the button once. It'll automatically open up for you. So back here, you have plenty of cargo space, even with the third row up. And then you can go ahead and actually easily put down a third row. You can go ahead and put both the left and right side down. Nice and easy, simple as that. As well as you do have a charging port over on the left-hand side. And put this up, quick and easy, as well as the headrest. But overall, I think that's the gist. You do have your spare tire underneath here in case of any emergency that you would need out on the road. But you can go ahead and close it by pressing this button, and then you have access to a automatic lift gate. So that's pretty much all I have for this Honda Pilot EXL. If you have any questions, feel free to text or call 717-733-8985, or you can always stop in for a visit. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!